Y'all, I'm irritated. I uploaded a Mariah Carey video for her song. No, no. Got a copyright claim, child. I was just like, oh, hell. Can't even do the video how I want. I know I was taking a risk by doing it, you know, but it's Mariah. But they didn't see it that way. I told them it's Mariah. They didn't care. Nope, they didn't. So, anyway, let me get on with, somebody's speeding up and down the highway, child. Let me give it to, what is this? RuPaul's Drag Race, child. I was supposed to have been did it, but child, I was working. Work, like Rihanna. That's it. Okay. So, you know, the girls left off last week. Soju got sent home, sadly. She was just like, I love my sister so much. You know, she spelled sisters not like sisters. She spelled sisters like cyst. So it was so funny. I was like, oh. So, you know, we get to the next day. They all saying they missed her, etc., etc. Get to the next day, and all the girls is sitting there, you know, around the workroom. They're talking, and, you know, Big Silk, who got the good old milk. Oh, yeah. She was, talking. She was like, let me get some stuff started. She was like, shoot, marry, kill. And she asked Kahana Montrese. And Kahana said she would marry Plastique. And then Sika was just like, oh, beauty fades. Shall you get you somebody who can fry some chicken? And no, shoot, was it marry, bang, kill, I believe. She said Kahana said she would bang Silky, child. She's just an old big girl fetish, child. And but she said she'll also have to kill her. And Rajah said she'll have to kill Silky too. I was falling out laughing. Yeah, it was funny. Okay, so RuPaul get in there, and their first little challenge is the little mini challenge where they photobomb. You know, when somebody jumps into your photo or whatever. Child, Nina West, who does she have? I believe she had Cardi B, I believe. You know, it was quick drag, so they dressed up in, you know, kooky funny outfits. And you know, it was cool. Silky Ganache, she got all the way naked, child. I was like, dear God in heaven. And then she did her thing. Plastique is really opening up and coming out of her shell. You know, you no longer just think of Plastique as just the pretty one, or the one that's just pretty and that's it. Plastique is really showing us that no, she got more things to offer. So I was like, all right. Anyway, who ended up winning the mini? Vanjie was out there. It was hilarious. I'm about to get these cookies. She bit all the way over. Who ended up winning that challenge was, I believe, Brooklyn and Silky. So then they decided, RuPaul told them about the main challenge, which, you know, the girls was going to be acting. You know, they had a script to memorize and everything. It was 2 different movies that was going to be playing. Basically, Drag Race version, fun version of the movie Get Out and Black Panther. Brooklyn's team had the Black Panther, and Silky's team had to Get Out. And pretty much it was set like all the black girls, or the majority of the black girls, was on Silky team, and everybody else was on Brooklyn's team. It also just seemed like people just picked their friends, to be honest with you, who they're closest to. The 2 sisters that was on Brooklyn's team was Honey and Rajah. You know, Honey and Rajah are very, you know, we are the world, we are the children, we all are one, let's come together, you're my sister, whoop to whoop. And the other scene was very much so Black Lives Matter. Not there's anything wrong with, I like Honey, I like Rajah, calm down. don't know what's going on with my ashy face. Anyway. So yeah. I was like, alright. So then, anyway, they assigned roles and everything. Pretty much both Silky and Brooklyn assigned the girls roles. Now, RuPaul went over there to talk to Brooklyn's team first. RuPaul was just like, hey, so who do y'all feel like, who's good over there? Who do y'all feel like have any acting chops? It was just like, oh, we don't know, child. We think about them. Then RuPaul asked, who do you think is going to be, you know, like a issue or whatever over there? And, you know, who is the most problematic is what she said. And Ariel Versace was the first one that spoke up. She was just like, I think their leader, meaning Silky, is the one that's problematic. And then, you know, Brooklyn Heights, she started to chime in and she said her little team, just like, yeah, she's just here for camera time. She's acting out, you know, there's a fine line between being, you know, funny and just being obnoxious. And all that, and RuPaul was just like, oh, okay, all right, well, let me go on over here and tell her what y'all said about her, and she gonna give me the tea of what she think about y'all. She straight up told them to their face, and that's exactly what she did. She went right on over there to Big Silk team with the good old milk, and you know, RuPaul was just like, yeah, child, you know, well, the team was just saying, you know, some things, you know, you're a little problematic, you're a little issue, or whatever. She was just like, oh, them hoes, hey, and RuPaul did not reveal specifically which queen said that. Pretty much, it was Brooklyn and Ariel that talked the most against Silky. Everybody else, Sugar was just grinning. Honey didn't say anything, but she was nodding her head, and the rest of them was just kind of in agreement. I guess I'll say that somewhat. But the ones who ended up taking the bait was Brooklyn and Ariel. So anyway, you know, Nikki was just like, oh, forget them hoes, F them hoes, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, but that really did get in Silky's head, and she got upset by that. And, you know, she was giving her a cute little comeback. So we found out Silky has a master's degree and all that. So shouts out to Silky. Good for her. So yeah. Anyway. So, child, they got to the little challenge. I mean, it was cool. Silky's team was definitely funny because all the funny girls was on that team. You got Vanjie. You got, Akira, you got Silky, like all the hoots was on that team, child. Oh, and also when they ended up picking the teams, Scarlet Envy was picked last, and she felt some kind of way about that. Side note, I think that Scarlet Envy is gorgeous as a guy, and I think that Vanjie is gorgeous as a guy too. Very attractive, both of them. So anyway, and Akira is adorable too. I like Akira. Akira is just a homie. I feel like Akira is just that. Like, I feel like she's a real friend. I feel like she got you. If you got her, she got you. Like, for real. She's that girl that help you out the club. Like, she's a real down to earth person I get from Akira. So anyway, so you know they did that thing. The Black Panther team was Ariel Versace them, and you know it's kind of somewhat like making it's almost like, I don't want to say making fun of the Black Panther movie, but in a way kind of sorta, you know. And the majority of the cast members in Black Panther was black, yet it was the majority of their team that was white that had the Black Panther movie. I was like, whatever. And you know, so Ariel was just like, girl after everything, and Michelle had to check up. It's just like, no sis, you don't have to say girl after everything, you know. But you know, I guess for some people, that's when you think of how black people would act or how a black woman would act, etc. Girl, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm glad that Michelle checked her on that moment. You know, pretty much everybody's messing up their lines, to be honest with you. There was really no clear indication on who did better. as far as when they were, going over the scenes and, etc. Like I said, Vanjie was hilarious. Okay, so we get to the runway. The runway, well, no, before that, the girls are getting ready. And Yvie brought up the fact that, the girls pretty much snitched on Silky, that Silky is getting on everybody's nerves. And Yvie was just like, she wanted to know the girls who said it. And, Versace was the one that spoke up and said she's a little annoying and, she's extra as hell, etc., etc. Silky don't like Ariel, and I think the feeling's very mutual. What I think it is with Ariel, I don't think Ariel I don't think Ariel hangs around a lot of black people. And one thing I want Ariel to understand is that some of us are just loud. We just naturally talk louder. Some of us, we just naturally have more power in our voice. Some of us, that's just how we are. We don't mean any harm. That's just how we is, child. She'll lose her mind if she went to a cookout. I mean, my God. But do I think that sometimes Silky is a little agitating? Yes. And you could tell even her sisters, like Akira, them, be getting agitated with her. They just don't say it to her because, they the homies or whatever. But Akira gets Silky together when she need to, though. She's that girl. That's why I like Akira. But, and she does it in a offensive type of way. And so, I can definitely see why the girls are irritated with Silky. She is a lot. She's a whole lot. But I think that at her core, she's a really good person. And she don't mean no harm. Now, the fact that I think that Silky may be a little bit too real. She came off the gate what she want. She said off the gate what she want from Drag Race. What she wants to hopefully accomplish after the show, whether she win or not. And they're using that against her, told Ru, she just wants to be on TV, she wants her own cooking show, etc., etc. Versus just letting it happen naturally. Now, I do think that Silky is just being herself, to be honest with you. I think the Silky that we see on TV is Silky 24/7. I really do. I truly do believe that. But is it maybe hyped up a little bit because the camera's in her face? Possibly. Allegedly. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But, this is just episode 2. I think Silky's going to go through a change. A lot of people are saying that they think that Silky is going to be Miss Congeniality. I don't think so. She might, but I think Miss Congeniality is going to be Mercedes. I do. And, after tonight, it's pretty clear to me that, Mercedes is probably one of the most lovable contestants. So, when Yvie was giving it to the girls in the workroom, saying who said something, Ariel spoke up. And then Yvie said the rest of y'all basically are punks and scary and y'all full of it for that. Then that's when Rajah spoke up. Now, Rajah didn't say anything about Silky to Ru. That was just Brooklyn and Ariel talking. Now, mind you, it was funny because Silky asked Brooklyn the question, who was talking about me. Brooklyn was one of the main people that was talking about her, but she didn't say it. So, shouts out to Ariel, at least for being honest, having some balls, child. And so Rajah and Yvie ended up getting into it because Rajah was just like, this energy right now, I'm not feeling it. And Yvie was just like, girl, you need to check your makeup. And it just got kind of nasty real quick. Rajah should have kept her mouth closed. I don't know why Rajah spoke up and said something, but yeah, Rajah is a little irritating. I like her, but there's certain parts of her I can't rock with. And this Untucked, she was just putting 20 on 10. Really. She in the confessional, she says a girl that look like you, a girl that smells like you, a girl that wears the stuff that you wear can never come for me. She was just like, you can never come for a pretty girl, a glamour girl. I mean, I guess Yvie's drag is just completely different from Rajah. So, you know, obviously Rajah is all about the glam, the beauty, etc., etc. I don't really see all the beauty in or out of drag, but whatever. Let it have that. That's fine. I do like Rajah though. But she tried it on this episode for real. But Yvie also, her personality is very blunt, very dry, somewhat aggressive at times. So I can see in a way why Rajah feels the way that she felt. But Yvie ended up apologizing to her, and at that point you should have let it go. Like, why are you going outside smoking a Black and Mild with plastique, like shaking and stuff, girl? Anyway, get to the runway. This runway was what's your sign? A lot of the girls missed the mark, like Sugar Cane. I didn't know what the hell Sugar Cane was if they wouldn't have said it. Sugar Cane is a Scorpio. There was a lot of Aries. There was a lot of Aries, and there was a lot of it was a lot of Leos, a lot of Aries, a lot of Leos, a few Capricorns. Silky and Rajah are Capricorn. I was like, that makes sense. Very, when their mind is in their mind, and that's it. You cannot change them. Very stubborn, stern people. It was a bunch of Aries, Leos, and there was something else. There was one Sagittarius. I think that was Mercedes. Let me see. I had tweeted it. A lot of Pisces. That's what it was. A lot of Pisces. A lot of fishes kept walking down there, child. I was like, okay. There was only one Libra. Vanjie. I knew I liked her. Although she had on a red outfit, it had red roses all on it. It was beautiful, but red is not one of the Libra colors, so I wish it would have been like a blue or something. But, you know, hey, she was representing it well. I don't know how she was carrying those heavy-ass pots around her head and stuff. I was like, ooh, girl. You know, the judges kind of read Mercedes down. They didn't like her outfit, and they didn't like her performance. Now, mind you, like I said, Silky and Brooklyn, they were the team leaders, and they picked their girls' roles. Silky gave Kahana the smallest role, and gave Mercedes the next to smallest role. Now, when they were, you know, filming for the movie, Mercedes and Kahana was going across the screen saying, "Opulence, you own everything." And, you know, it was opulence, you own everything. But because of Mercedes' accent, it wasn't coming off as opulence. It was, you know, saying something else. And I'm just like, I feel like, I don't know if they rehearsed this before or not, but I feel like once they saw like what was going on between Kahana and Mercedes, I don't know why they didn't switch roles. Why you didn't give Kahana more speaking roles, and, you know, had Mercedes take Kahana role. Like, I don't really, you know, understand that. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, say anything about accent, whatever, but I'm saying, like, this is a group challenge. If one sister slips, all y'all slip. And they even brought up, you know, what I was thinking. Kahana and Mercedes parts was neck and neck. They was like a tag team. So if one of them is going to be off, both of them going to be off. So I don't know why they didn't plan that like better. I don't know if it was Silky's intention to do that. I don't know. I'm like to say that it's not, but who knows. And Kahana, she's kind of like reserved and kind of a go with the flow kind of person. So she did speak up on the fact that she has the smallest role, but Scarlett and all the rest of the girls just like, oh yeah, You know, you're gonna be all right. Just land it well. And she was really trying hard, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the tea. It wasn't clicking. Side note: I don't think the girls really like Scarlett all that much. Scarlett is a very one of those kind of people. But it's not really landing well in her favor at this point. I think she's very talented. Like I said, I think she's very handsome. And a really good drag queen. But yeah, so you know, maybe the tides will turn with good old Scarlett. Don't feel yourself too much. Both Scarlett, Ariel, and Brooklyn kind of have that in them that, you know, look down on the people, you know. I can see that in all three of those girls for sure. And I'm tired of seeing Ariel's hair big. I understand it's her thing, Jersey, etc., big hair, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the big hair. I really am. I wonder when they're gonna clock that and bring that out, y'all. Anyway, back to the stage. They read the girl's look, and you know, that's when Mercedes revealed that she had a stroke. And you know, she's just been through a lot in her life, and you know, just being Muslim and everything, and you know, coming over, being an immigrant, coming over to this country, etc. So it really touched my heart. Yeah. And so they kind of softened them up to Mercedes a little bit. Anyway, who ended up being in the bottom two was Mercedes and Kahana. Now, I'm subscribed to many Drag Race like news channels on YouTube, and I was reading that Kahana was supposed to be the lip sync assassin of this season, and she was supposed to send 3 girls home. Now, Kahana went home second. So, how was she going to send 3 girls home when she was the second girl to left? I'm not good at math, but I know 1 + 1 = 2. So, some of these little Drag Race news that, you know, I be hearing isn't necessarily accurate like that. They already picked the top 5 and everything, and it don't look like, I mean, you lied on this big one, so I mean, hell. They had a good song to work with. Kahana and Mercedes, the bottom two. They had Britney Spears' Work Bitch. I would have ate that song. You hear me? They had a good song to work with. Kahana, you know, she's a gymnast, so she was doing her thing, her backflips. She was falling all over the place at first. Mercedes, she was a little stiff, but Mercedes kept it together a little bit more than Kahana. And Mercedes ended up winning the lip sync. I kind of wish they both would have stayed. Either way, 2 beloved queens, Kahana and Mercedes. Either way, whoever would have went home, it would have been sad. But they ended up keeping Mercedes. Another side note, I'm tired of seeing Mercedes with the white underneath on the forehead. I don't really know what that's about. I don't really feel like that's needed for her. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm tired of seeing that. I just don't know why the black girls have to put some. I understand, you know, for, you know, sweat and, you know, to hold it in place and, you know, to give more of a matte finish. Like, I understand all that kind of stuff, but I don't understand being black, being brown skin or dark skin, and putting all the orange foolishness underneath your foundation, all the white powder underneath. I don't understand it. Get you some translucent powder. Get you some powder that's closer to your skin tone. Like, I mean, child, that ain't your color. And I can understand a little bit of it, but to just have this the main thing, this is the main focus all the time on your forehead. It was my same issue with Monique Hart. This white part right here, it's the same issue. Like, every single week, I understand for certain ensembles, but every single week, this is just your look. This is all I'm looking at. It's this white powder underneath, and all the rest of it is brown. Latrice learned. Latrice used to be orange. Latrice used to be walking out there looking like a Dorito. But she switched it up, and Latrice's makeup is always on point now. get your shade, get your color. I know it's hard for the chocolate girls and stuff with certain things, but obviously when you're done, you know that this looks a little off. You know that this one part right here, this square triangle part right here, is not your shade. You know that. Fix it. Anyway. Child, the Untuck, they kind of got on Silky a little bit and was just like, Silky's always, you know, saying skinny girls this, skinny girl that. And, you know, they was just like, Honey was just like, well, what if I came in talking about, oh, fat girls that, F all the fat girls, etc., etc. And they said that Silky uses the reason she's big when she messes up. She used the reason that she's big as to why she messed up and all that, which is not fair. And I agree with that. Silky gonna have the nerve to say that her weight fluctuates. Akira said, I ain't seen your weight fluctuate since you been here. I screamed. Akira is funny. I screamed. Too funny. So Rajah O'Hara was a part of the Safe Girls, and Yvie was a part of the top two and the bottom two girls, so they came in later. Silky wanted to start some mess. Silky was just like, okay, I want y'all to talk, meaning Rajah and Yvie. Because Yvie, I felt like you were defending me earlier, and Rajah, I just want you to talk about it, etc., etc. You know, pretty much instantly, Yvie was apologetic about it. Rajah did not take it that way. Oh, I don't do girls like you, etc., etc. I don't do mess. And Yvie was just like, well, girl, I don't care. Oh, so what you saying? You don't care? And you know, it was just this whole big dramatic thing. Yvie apologized like 3 times. Rajah still had to go outside, like I said, and smoke a black and mild. It was so dramatic for no reason. Then, you know, Yvie and Rajah ended up talking. She apologized once again, gave Yvie a little half hug, and was just like, I'll accept it. Girl, if you don't, I wouldn't care. Like, and I understand why Silky's upset and mad and all this kind of stuff, but I wouldn't care. I mean, I probably would, since we all there together, but then again, I wouldn't. Because if me staying there is not up to the girls, like all stars, then I don't give a damn about what they think. This is a competition. I'm trying to see every single one of y'all go. You know, this is not all stars where the girls vote you off. That's a different situation. In this situation, who cares if you like me or not, child? I'm trying to beat you. I'm trying to do good every week. You know, we can all be friends and stuff after this, but in the meantime, until they determine a winner, you my competition. You know, we can be cool, kiki, etc. I mean, we good, but no, I'm trying to beat you, girl. So I'm just like, you know, like I said, I don't think Ariel and a couple of other girls have really hung around anybody like Silky before, so being around a Silky Ganache is a lot to take in, you know. So I get it, but it's just like, girl, calm down. Let that woman be great. I'm rooting for Silky. Silky gonna be alright. I hope she wins. I really, really do. That's gonna be monumental if she wins. It's crazy. They were even talking about that. 11 seasons, 10 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, and still no big girl winner. That's crazy to me. Crazy. We ain't had nobody black win in a while either. What, since 8? Bob. Yeah. Anyway. That was pretty much it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this video and everything else. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at ThisKidsWord on Instagram and Twitter, at ThisKidsWord89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. See you guys later. Mwah.